If you step outside your house today and look up, chances are you'll see a crow. To most people, they are just noisy, black birds scavenging for scraps. But what if I told you that while you are looking at them, they are actually studying you? Scientists are discovering that these birds possess an intelligence that rivals primates, elephants, and even human children. They can build tools, recognize your face in a crowd, solve complex multi-step physics puzzles, and believe it or not, they can even hold a grudge against you that lasts for generations. Today, we are diving deep into the hidden world of corvids to reveal 5 things you didn't know about crows. And trust me, by the end of this video, you will never look at these birds the same way again. Let's start with something truly remarkable. Crows can recognize and remember individual human faces. In communities around the world, there are countless verified stories of people who decided to feed their neighborhood crows. Over time, something magical happens. The crows don't just recognize the food, they recognize the person. Regular feeders often report crows flying down to greet them, escorting them on walks, and even bringing them bizarre gifts like shiny coins, keys, or glass pieces as a form of thank you. But this ability has a dark side. If they can remember kindness, they can remember cruelty. If you shoo a crow away, throw something at it, or destroy a nest, that crow logs your exact facial features into its memory. They don't just see a human, they see you. And once you're on their bad list, they will alert the entire neighborhood, leading us straight into our next mind-blowing fact. Crows don't just hold grudges, they hold generational grudges. If you wrong a crow, it will pass that information down to its children and its children's children. This isn't a myth, it is a proven scientific fact. In a famous, groundbreaking study at the University of Washington, researchers wanted to test this exact behavior. A scientist wore a specific, highly distinctive mask, let's call it the dangerous mask, while trapping and banding a group of wild crows. After releasing them, whenever anyone walked through the campus wearing that specific mask, the crows would aggressively dive bomb, scold, and screech at the person. But here is the kicker. As the years went on, crows that were never even born when the original experiment took place joined in on the attack. The original crows had literally taught their offspring and the rest of the flock that this specific face was an enemy. This behavioral grudge lasted for nearly 2 decades before it finally began to fade. So, next time you think about being mean to a crow, remember, you might be making an enemy for the next 20 years of your life. In the animal kingdom, using a tool is incredibly rare. But creating a tool? That is a level of intelligence reserved for a very elite club. Crows, specifically New Caledonian crows, are master engineers. In the wild, they will take twigs, strip off the leaves, and deliberately carve the end into a precise hook to fish out grubs from deep inside tree bark. But urban crows have adapted their engineering to human cities in genius ways. In places like Japan, crows have been filmed taking tough, hard-shelled nuts that they cannot crack open with their beaks. So what do? They fly to a busy street corner, drop the nut directly in front of the tires of stopped cars at a red light, and fly away. When the light turns green, the cars drive forward, perfectly crushing the shell. Then the crows patiently wait for the pedestrian walk sign to turn green so they can safely walk into the crosswalk and eat the freshly cracked nut without risking their lives. That isn't just survival. That is advanced problem solving. If you wander through the woods or a park, you might occasionally witness one of nature's most haunting sights. Dozens of crows gathered in absolute silence around a deceased member of their flock. For centuries, humans called these crow funerals. But modern science has looked closer, and it turns out these gatherings aren't just about mourning. It's actually closer to an autopsy or a neighborhood safety meeting. Crows gather around the dead to investigate how their companion died. They analyze the surroundings, look for signs of predators, and vocalize to warn the rest of the flock about immediate danger. They are essentially downloading data to ensure the same fate doesn't happen to them. If they identify a specific predator or a dangerous human nearby during this funeral, that location becomes marked as a permanent red zone for the entire community. When scientists put all of these behaviors together, they wanted to see exactly where crows stand compared to us. Through countless cognitive tests, researchers have determined that a crow's brain possesses the logic, reasoning, and problem-solving capabilities of a 5 to 7-year-old human child. In famous laboratory tests, like the Aesop's Fable experiment, crows were presented with a deep tube of water containing a floating piece of food that was out of reach. To get it, the crows independently figured out that if they picked up heavy stones and dropped them into the tube, the water level would rise, bringing the food right to them. They understand cause and effect. They can plan multiple steps ahead, and they even possess emotional self-control, often turning down a small immediate food reward because they know waiting will get them a much bigger reward later. This level of intelligence puts them right alongside dolphins, elephants, and chimpanzees. Crows aren't just birds. They are an incredibly sophisticated, highly intelligent civilization living right alongside us in our backyards. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Have your local crows ever brought you a gift or started a grudge? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into nature's smartest minds, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.